Welcome back to the channel. Real quick, man, I want to talk about, this is a 2014 Jeep Cherokee. Okay, I want y'all to listen to me real carefully. At least the Jeep Cherokee owners. Hopefully y'all watching and y'all subscribe. Let me tell y'all something, man. I want to tell you the importance of things that you think is simple, or things you might be doing that you think is the right thing to do, but it may not be, as far as trying to save money. But your car, all you 2014 Jeep Cherokee Latitude owners, you know, the small body Cherokee, it came out in 2014. So all you owners, 2014, 15, all the small body Jeep Cherokee Latitude owners. Now this car has 65,000 miles on it, okay? So it's not a lot of miles. But it's in for, let me show y'all something. The car is in for, it will not shift, will not pull, will not accelerate, will not nothing. Let me tell y'all what happened, what was going on. I should have filmed this before I repaired it, but I didn't know what the repair was going to be because the problem was baffling me. Okay, if your car doing this, just say you started, you running, you put it in gear, and it just stick there. I mean, literally stick in the neutral, and you can't turn the car off. Of course, you shouldn't be able to turn it off with the car in neutral anyway. But you can't, it'll say like vehicle not in park. But you can't put the car in park so you can turn it off. That is a problem, ladies and gentlemen. That could be dangerous. And also the car would not go. So she trying to accelerate and it would not go. I barely got it in the shop. Note, mind you, this is all before I made the repair that I made. Now I'm gonna talk about the repair that I made in a second, to where I think it's repaired. I'm finna go test drive it. Always test drive and verify what you did corrected the problem. Okay, again, I was not able to, I couldn't even do this. So once I go into neutral or drive and I get ready to go back up to park, it will lock right there. And you couldn't do nothing. Okay, absolutely nothing. You couldn't turn the car off because the computer recognized it's still in neutral. Okay, now I can because of the repairs I made. So basically, if you're dodging the dealership because you know, the perception of the dealership, they're expensive, they're rip off, blah 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 blah. Some of that to some particular dealerships are true, but not all. Not all of them have your best interest in mind. Okay, a lot of them, I admit. I mean, but the advantage they have over the other shops is, how can I say this? Well, there's a huge advantage. Okay, for one, no, this car actually came from another shop. She spent tons of money at that other shop for them trying to figure it out. People, it's all electronics. I mean, this is a 9-speed transmission. It has its own TCM housed on top of the transmission, and of course it has an engine controller. They have to work together to, you know, monitor events going on in the engine and transmission to allow the proper shifting and the proper drivability. Okay, if those two are not in sync or talking together in sync, there will be problems, lots of problems. What I end up doing on this car is, of course, there was some flash updates available. I was about to have to call engineer Starline, but some told me, let me update these controllers and see what happens. Now, can other shops update your controller? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know what's going on out there in the aftermarket world. And I'm not about to dog them out because they are my fellow automotive technicians, shops, and all that good stuff. So I have no problem with the aftermarket shop. It's just the dealership have the more advantage to figuring out your car the right way. Now, I can't take back or get her back all the money she done wasted at the other shop. This whole dash was lit up. Check engine light, check the ABS light, all of that stuff was lit up. And all of it was electronics, okay? Now, after flashing the TCM and the PCM, okay, and resetting everything, of course, I had to lock. Actually, the TCM got off the network, totally off the network. Now, I don't know how the other scan tools are set up, if you can even see that. You can't even see that on a proper scan tool. Okay, so it was totally off the apostrophe. It was off of it. All right, so I had to go in and lock the TCM. Now, how it got off, I do not know. Maybe from the calibrations being off. Okay, so I had to go in and lock that back in. So the system can see that, yes, there's a TCM, there's a transmission in this car. The car wouldn't even shift. The bottom line, I don't want this video to be long. I had to flash update. Now I'm gonna put this flash up here. You know how important this is. I had to flash update the controller. I had a gazillion fault codes. No one really knows what fault codes to start with. You can simply try and erase all of them and see which one come back active. Obviously, that is the one that's most important. I did that, and I was determined to flash this car and you know, get all the modules in the sync. And of course, after doing that, EPS, you know, the ABS light came on. So then I have to relearn the steering. I had to do all that. Now, because this is not happening again, I can almost assume, don't never go off assumption, but I can almost assume the car is repaired. Because there's real low on gas, I'm kind of scared to go on a long test drive. So I'm gonna try to go around the block. And of course, I'm finna add some air to this tire on the right rear and get that fixed. But moral of the story, bottom line, what I wanna say, if you own such a car, it don't have to be the Cherokee, it don't have to be any kind of car. If you own such a car to where it's totally controlled by computers, meaning cars basically from 08 and up. Now, that's scary. Your cars are basically controlled by computers. And this one is, I don't know, I think they say like between 15 and 20 modules, depending on, you know, the accessories that it's equipped with. Okay, it is hard for other places besides the dealer to diagnose this. And you're gonna end up spending and wasting a lot of money. Okay, I don't know how much money she spent. All I know is she's saying she just left another shop and they told her to go to a dealership after they've exhausted. Matter of fact, some people was calling up here trying to find out what should they do. A lot of times shops call the dealership and find out, but it's only so much we can verbally tell you. At some point, it's going to become a physical thing where something has to be done, and that done only going to come from a special scan tool and special knowledge on how to do it. Okay, now I'm not talking up the dealer. Once again, I hate when people think that and say that. I'm just only advising that your best shot will be the dealer. I know I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but hey, it is what it is, man. I feel bad for this lady, all the money she done wasted. But I am about to go on a test drive. I can almost 99.9 predict the car is repaired. So I'm gonna have to write up sometime you have to fix a car in order to even write up an estimate. I haven't wrote up any estimate because I'm baffled trying to figure out what could this be. Imagine if I'd have wrote up in the blind, wrote up a TCM, transmission module. That thing is on top of the transmission. It is hard to get to, and there's a lot of labor, and it's expensive. The customer would have been out even more money. So that's why some mechanics, mainly me, if it's not too bad, if it's not too hard and I don't need a physical hard part, I will go through with the repair, and I can only hope that the customer, when I write the estimate to try and reimburse myself financially, I can only hope that the customer buy it. Hypothetically, if I write up 4 or 5 hours worth of stuff and she said, no, never mind, I lose. But that's the chance you'll have to take as a technician sometime to make sure your repair is going to be right. Sometimes you have to fix the car in order to give an estimate. If that makes any sense. Some of you guys have been in this a long time, know what I'm talking about. Man, it's hard to predict anything on these newer cars. That's just the way it is. So let me get out of here, man. Oh, y'all know I hate these long videos. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.